Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's a beautiful day, and I'm in the garden. As you can see, I am going to start putting together. Just need to fix up a little bit. I want to change this area up a bit, but it's going to take, transitional movements to get this done. But it's actually a section in our garden that we have some Sun Vandas. And I know you guys love the orchids. So I just thought I would bring you on board to show you the tedious task behind trying to work with some Sun Vandas. Some of them are not doing too well. Some are okay. But we've got a few additions that we want to put on to try and complete the look that we want for this space. Right now is probably not the best time to add more to it, but we decided we want to do it from now, and then later on we'll come in and we'll perfect this space in the way in which I want it. So let me put you on my pod so that I can free up my hands, and both me and my husband will be working together to try and get this area. So we're bringing you on board so you can see us moving around and doing what we can. And I hope we don't bore you too much, but we just want to show you some of what we do when it comes to the Sun Vandas. All right, so before I go and put you on the stand, I just want to say welcome to all my new subscribers, and I want to say thank you all so much that has been following me and watching my videos, giving me your lovely comments and thumbs up for likes. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Keep doing a good job, guys, and I appreciate you all so much because it encourages me then to want to do more for you guys in the garden and show you what we do. All right, so I'll be right back. So guys, basically what's happening is that we're trying to secure some of them that were actually opening up and letting out all of the medium for the orchids. These are ideally what we want to replace all of those with, but they're not easy to get. And so we have to gradually keep getting them, and hopefully we'll be able to replace all of them. So for now, we're just keeping what we have, working with what we have, and attaching. So we're just finished showing you us going through and securing it as best as we can with what's there. And then what we're going to do is come back now and attach some of the Vandas, Sun Vandas. And what we ideally like to do is like what we did there. We put 3 on each of these so that when you walk around and when they're blooming, they look really nice. On the inside, we don't put any because this is our walking space in order to take care of them. So let us put you back on again so you can watch us move around and attach the Sun Vandas. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you what I do and how I actually put the Sun Vandas onto this This is a wire that we use right now. It's kind of like I guess I can bring in a little closer, kind of like, I call it the cage wire, but it could be a different name that you guys know it as. But it's, bring it a little closer, you can see it's that type of wire. So what we do is we just wrap it and we tie it with the ties, just a temporary fix. But ideally we want to get some of those tube trellis. That works a lot better. And then we line it with a black liner. We find that works so much better. We bought a few just to give it a tester run, and we find that these are working really great for us. But this one, we thought it would work, but it's not working, because what happens over time is the pressure from the medium pushes out from the bottom, and it just, as time go by too, the ties actually, from the heat of the sun, it actually crystallizes and it bursts open, and then it creates a big mess. So we want to pull away from that and go to this type of setup, so which is a much better setup for you know, this sort of thing, if you want to do that. So in speaking all of this, I want to show you guys how we attach these Sun Vandas. And I thought I would just bring you in a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully this view, let me just bring you back around a little bit like this. Hopefully this view will help you to see what I am doing. I've got some ties. I don't get the really thick ones. I just get the ones like this. I think I can remember what sizes these are, but I think they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe the 6-inch ties, and they're not the thick ones. Very simple. And then I just have my little clipper, so I can trim off the ends when I'm done tying it. We put a little stick in here just to support the orchids, and we pound this into the ground, so that's how it stays up. And we put medium in there. Mostly we put charcoal in here, and sometimes we'll put some of the lava rocks, but we very rarely put any of the medium, orchid medium in here. It's mostly charcoal. So let me get 3 more Sun Vandas and show you how we do this. Sorry if I'm too close to you guys here, but I'm just gonna, another thing that I do is I look at, and I'm hoping you can see this clearly, I look at the body of the Sun Vanda and I determine what side is the front and what side is the back. You're probably like, what? But yeah, I've identified that over the years, growing Sun Vandas, what is the front and what is the back. Simple explanation. Normally the front has more of a hump to the body of the Sun Vanda, and then the back is usually more flat. So the back, the flattest part is what we tend to put against what we're mounting it to. So those of you that didn't know, now you know. And so I'm going to determine where I want this, first of all, because I like to, don't put it all the way down, because the root system will go in and find its way, but you want to enjoy the blooms. So I try to not put it too low down, and at the same token I don't want to put it too high because these do grow quite tall and then you have to stabilize them. So because this is a good size one, I'm going to do it like about here. The root system will then have a chance to get into the medium, and then I'll determine. So I've determined where I want it. I know where, look where I want to tie it, and then I just go and I'll put the tie in right about where I would like to start mounting it onto this. I call it the stand, I guess, that we make up for it. Now, sometimes it's difficult because you can't get in and catch the other end. So that's why you'll see that I will bend it. Hope you're seeing what I'm doing. I'll just curve it like that. Just kind of force curve the tie. And then I'll find the spot again. Hopefully this is right where I want it. I'm assuming this is where I had want it. And I'll just go in and it will curve as best as it can and come out like that. So then I'll put this here, put it up as flat as I can. I'll grab the tie and pull it. I'm not sure if you're seeing this, guys, but you'll see. If you're not seeing this, you'll see when I do it further up. Don't have my cameraman with me. He's over there busy helping to put these up because there's quite a few tidying up and quite a few things to do to get this looking good again. So in this instance, I'm able to put my hand in here. So I'm just gonna, I don't want to tie too close up because this is where we might get some new blooms. So I'll probably go like about here or here, but right here looks good. So I'll push it through there. And then I'll tie it. When we tie in this, guys, we don't tie it tight. We're just doing it so it gets a little support, but not too wobbly. So right there is good. It's got good support. So what I do now is I come in and I just cut this off just to trim it up. And I don't really care whether it drops there or not. I just put it inside here because it's just a filler. And it does well. So that one is mounted. That's the name. If you can zoom in or if you can see it, that's the name of this one. This one's supposed to be a beautiful white with a lime green lip colored flower. So that should be beautiful on there. So I'm not going to bore you anymore with me putting on the other ones. I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to finish up here and then we'll bring you back and show you what everything looks like. Okay guys, so we have finished attaching the Sun Vandas that we had extras of, and which we call the new additions, and you can see how full and pretty it looks now. Before it was really missing out on filling up these, I call them tubes, tubular columns for our Sun Vandas, and now it's looking great. So this was the one I was working on showing you guys when I was attaching at the entrance here. So what we did was, this piece is sticking out a little bit, but it's still open for us to walk in and access all of them from the inside, as well as we're able to access them from the outside. This is the one where I was demonstrating and showing you guys how we tie it onto the tubular columns, and I've went ahead and attached the other two, and my husband helped with tidying up and attaching some more around here amongst all of the other ones that we had. So he tidied up. Some didn't need extras on there, but he just needed a little bit of pruning. And when we say pruning, some of the root system was dead, and so he took some of the root systems that were dead off and cleaned up. He also took and did what I did with some of them that were opening up and put some more zip ties to kind of hold it in until we can address it a bit better. And so everything is looking much better now, guys. Believe it or not, this project is tedious, exhausting, but look at the end result. It is nice. It is beautiful. I'll take you on this side. My husband's relaxing in the background there, and he's tired too from all of this, but I'm actually still showing you guys. Oh, we bought this here, sorry about this. This is what we use to secure these in the ground, to stabilize these tubes that we have here. But yeah, so we are done with this section, and we'll just keep watering them now and feeding them with some fertilizer, and we'll see how well they bounce back, because the time is extremely dry and it's hot. Sun Vandas do love the heat, so we're hoping, because there are new ones amongst here, we'll have to keep wetting them and making sure that they get a good drink until they get themselves a bit established. Over here, I've set up a little bit because I'm going ahead now and I'm going to just show you really quick. I'm going to try not to make this video too long, but I'm going to show you how I pot my dendrobiums, because I don't think I have done that with you guys before. I've showed you potting other orchids, but these are some that I purchased from an orchid show recently here in the Cayman Islands. This is a beautiful one here, and we got this one. And there are a couple of dens. I love dens, guys. This is one that I'm gonna try. I like that one. And this one we have already, but I wanted another, and so I got that one. So I'm just gonna pot them up in here. Normally I would take these, I would scrub them and take out all the stuff, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean this up with some, I'm gonna spray some alcohol first, and then I'll spray some peroxide, and we can just move forward with that. Normally I would soak them in the thing for a while, but they've been there for a while, and trust me, if there's anything there that to harm the orchids, it's all gone. But I'm just gonna give it a little boost before putting the orchids in there. And I also spray the roots of my orchids with some peroxide to kill anything that also may be living in there before I pot it into some fresh medium. So let me put you on the stand, guys. This is my medium, my usual medium. Of course I won't be using too many of the big chunks, but I'll use more of the small chunks for those pots because they're quite small. I'm not sure exactly what size this one is, but it's the smallest size, guys. Not smallest, but a good size. And the reason why I'm using this size, just to educate you all a bit, you see, when this is bare root, you don't want to have too much space. You want to have no more than 1 inch to 2 inch when you put it in the center of the pot to pot it in. So you have to be careful of that. You don't want to put it into a big pot and have so much space in there, because then the plant is not going to be happy to grow in there. And this orchid will stay in this pot for a very long time before you have to repot it. Same thing with this. I use in this one. I could possibly use a little bigger with this one, but I'm going to keep it in here because it still has a good inch away from the sides, and it will give it a good length of time in this pot as well. So that's why I'm putting it in here. I prefer for dendrobiums, I prefer to put them in clay pots, but I also put them into the black wire pot, the black pots that's like these. I put them in there as well with some mesh. But today I'm going to use these, and I'm going to pot them in there. So I'll put you on the stand, guys, so you can see I have some string. I need to get a little bit more, but I have some string that I tie the orchid in the pot. I use this sometimes if I need it. And so I have my clippers, my gloves, and all the things I think I might need. So I've got my alcohol. I always put my peroxide in one of these bottles. I labels it. And I also put the alcohol in this one. Most people say it's best to put peroxide in a colored bottle because it takes away its strength, but just don't keep and store this in anywhere where it's hot. Oh, something just happened there. I think our oh, I don't know if you heard that. I'm gonna have to call my husband. We just had an incident. The pump popped. Pressure in there. Look at that. It just burst. I'm hoping this is not on. Yes, I think it's on. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, that was a little bit of excitement there. I turned off the pipe, so that will slowly drain itself, and we will replace that at some point in time. But yeah, I heard a big pop and I was like, oh, what's that? At first I was like, what is that? And then I saw the water, so I knew what it was. Okay, guys, I'm going to put you on to the pod, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the potting of the dendrobiums. Be right back. I'm using the alcohol, guys, and I'm spraying on the inside and on the rims outside. Inside, I drench it really good, guys. And around the rim. Again, like I said, everybody do this differently. Everybody has their own way of doing stuff. It's great if you can put them into a pot, let them soak for a while, and scrub them with a brush, give them a good clean, get all of the stuff out of here. But like I said, I've had this for quite some time and there's nothing else left there. It's all good and it's all clean from any stuff that's gonna harm the orchid. Now this is the peroxide. I'm gonna come behind now and I'm gonna spray in there as well. I'm a believer of the peroxide, guys. It has worked for me. Like I said, what I tend to do is I'll spray also the root system of the orchids that I have, and I'll spray their body just to give them. I'll just do this one first. I don't want to bore you with planting all of these, but I'll just pot one. and then we'll come back and show you them all potted. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one as the example. And if you notice, they have holes, so these are proper orchid pots. You have some that have more holes in there, and of course you can always drill more holes in if you do desire that, but this is sufficient drainage for planting an orchid. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit of medium in here, and I always tend to put a little bit, like maybe halfway. Like about that, if you can see. And then I take the orchid and I position it there and see if that's how deep I want it. If it's still too deep and I want to bring it up more, I just add a little bit more medium. So I am adding a little more medium because I wanted a little more. I wanted it to sit more like that, more like how that is there. That's how I want it sit. And it's in the center of the pot. So I'm going to take this wire, and I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to try and bring it as close. That's the wire that I'm using. I'm just going to finish up this one that I have. And I usually take quite a bit because I want to be able to put it in the pot and tie the orchid down. So I take quite a bit out. I mean, it's best to take more than you need and cut it, because you can always sometimes save the little cuttings to add a tag to your orchid. So what I do now is I go in and I utilize these holes, and I push it up, push the wire in through the hole like that. And then what I'll do is I'll come and I'll push this through one of these other holes after I've put the orchid and secured it in the center. So I'm going to take this. I'm hoping you guys can see this. I don't have my camera guy. I would do this a whole lot better for you guys if I had someone to hold it and bring it in closer. But I'm doing my best to show you guys how I do this. So I just turn this so that the wire can go through here. And then I decide which one of these I wanna push it through. So because I have it here, I don't want it too close. And no matter where you put it, because it's only 3 holes, it's more than likely going to be, let me fix this. I usually put this under so it doesn't pull all the way through. And you push this down, and now you're gonna try and make a way to catch the wire right here. So I'm gonna just work through. This is where it's a little tricky, guys, and it takes a little time, but we get it done. So you push it through here, you catch it, pull it through, and it's already around the orchid where I want it. So I'm gonna pull it through. I'm gonna grab the ends of the wire and just keep pulling it through. Pull it through. See, I have a lot there, but I need that because I want to be able to tie it properly. So I'm going to position the orchid in the center. I'm pulling down. If you notice, I'm holding the orchid. I'm pulling down at the same time to secure it as much as I want. It's almost secured. It's a little wobbly still, but that's okay because you're going to get the medium and you're going to secure it in there. So I'm going to turn it a little. Some of the medium may fall out when I'm doing this, but we're gonna the aim is to hold this, and we're going to, let's see if I can show you better. I'm going to take and twist. I'm going to take and twist the wire like that at the bottom. Just do it like 3 or 4 to 5 times just to hold it. We're going to put this back in here, and we're going to secure the orchid with medium in here. So I'm going to get some more medium. Let me take this tag off because it's getting in my way. And I'm going to put some more medium in here. As always, pressing hard around the sides when you're filling it in. I'm pressing really hard around the edge, not where the roots are, but around the edge. And that is how you secure the orchid in the pot. See, it's not wobbly. It's pretty sturdy in there. If you're not certain and you have a tall one like this, you can take a stick and secure it in there. I don't have a stick with me, but I'll grab one in a sec and show it to you guys at the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut away all of this. And I'll just twist it a little more just to make sure it's good and tight under there. And then I'll take and cut this away. Bend it back so it stays secure. Again, these are little pieces that we can hold on to attach your tags. I'm going to show you how I do that. Taking my gloves off because I can handle it a lot better without. So this has a wire on it already, guys, but if it didn't, you would simply take your wire, push it through the hole. I'm gonna cut this one off because I don't like this one too much. This one is a lot stronger, so I'm gonna hold this. And then what I tend to do is I'll put the stick here. Tell you what, let me pause the video for a bit, guys. Get a stick or a stake and show you exactly how I do it. I'll be right back. Okay guys, sorry about that. Now I'm going to put a stake in here. So this is what I'm talking about. One of these. You can get them from your local nursery or your Home Depot store where they sell plant supplies. So just what I do is I put it near the tallest stake that I want to stake it by, and I put it near there. The other thing you can do if you want to keep it straight is put it exactly on the opposite side of it and stake down. So if you want to bring it in, you put it on the opposite side of where you want to pull it in, and you just keep pushing. The same stuck right here, hold on. Okay, so it was giving me some trouble, so I cut it and I angled it so it can go in. And now you can take this and you can bring it closer in. You just tie. So I just use that spare one, guys. I just use that spare tie. Another trick, if you don't want it sliding up and down, another thing you can do, let me show you. If you don't want to just put it once around here, you don't want it sliding up and down, you do like this. You do a double, you put it through first, bring it close, and then you grab it again and you bring it back this way. So you have like a double rounded, go around it double like, and hope I'm explaining that to you guys and you understand what I'm saying. But that's how it looks. So you put it close together like that, and it gives it a lot more stability. And then you take your tag, and you can take your tag and put it on here, or you can actually put your tag through here. You have so many ways to tag your orchid, but I prefer to put it down here and just tie it on to the biggest and more sturdiest stalk that it has on the orchid, and near where you can actually read it and appreciate it. Now this tag, guys, never lasts long. It crystallizes quite easily. So I recommend, if you want to keep your tags and you want to keep, now this stick doesn't seem to be strong. It keeps getting broken. Yeah, it's rotting. All right, let me see if I can kind of steady this a little bit. Yeah, that's it. So, like I was saying, if you want to keep everything labeled, you need to get a sturdier label and just put it in on the side here. Or you may want to do one of those labeling machines and put your label here, which is one of the things I'm thinking of doing if it's not a very long name. But some of these orchid names, let me tell you, they're long. So that's it, guys. Don't want to bore you anymore, but that's how it looks. It's all in the pot. If the medium wouldn't fall out, I would show you that it's not going anywhere, and it's quite happy and sturdy in the pot. So that's that. For you can place this on the table just like that, or you can get a hook and hook it on. You have various types of hooks, and you can hang it up on there. Again, I don't have one or two. Let me see if I have a hook nearby. Yeah. Okay. For the clay pots, I prefer to use these because I find that they hold, because they have this piece that just hooks onto the rim of the pot. And so this is how you do it. So you put it here, you put the straight piece in the pot, and then you just pull it down like that. Pull it down, and it just hooks under the lid right here, like that. And all you have to do is just hang it. So that's a simple way of doing it. And this is gonna hang up just like that in my Dendrobium section. So guys, thank you all so much for staying tuned with this, and I'll be back to show you the finale. Okay guys, so I'm done potting all 3 of the dendrobiums, and I'm going to show you them in a minute. Let me turn you around and show you the Vandas getting watered, and then I'll show you that. So as you can see, my husband's watering the Vandas, and that's basically what we do. We just come with the hose and we just drench them.
Show them the setup for the fertilizer and that.
He just said to show you guys the fertilizer setup that burst just now. We just had an incident. He just replaced it, and so he said to just show you guys that he's fixed it back up. So just wanted to show you that. And here is the dendrobiums that are all potted, ready to hang. I've got to put the hanger on this one, but I've got it on this one and this one, and all I have to do now is take it and put it into my dendrobium area, which is over there, and it'll have its home. This is the tank that had burst. That was the burst one there, and he replaced it. And if you notice, it's quite blue in comparison. See how that one is clear? It's blue, and the reason why it's blue is because he's put some fertilizer in there. So while he's watering, this is the system he's got there.
Hello.
I have no idea.
Hey, what's up?
Have no idea. He just catch a call. I have no idea how he rigged this, but he rigged it and it works. So he just stopped using it, and so it's releasing its pressure in there. And yeah, that's how that works. Well, let me take you over here with me. And like I said, I'm sorry if this video is extremely long, but for me to show you guys how this works, oh, let me see if I can get a S hook. I have some S hook in the shed, but I want to take you around here and show you how I hang this. Let's just look to see if I have an S hook. Sometimes I put them in areas nearby for easy access, but yeah, looks like I don't have any. I'll have to go by the shed to get one. But in the meantime, I can just show you hanging it on one of these here, how it works. So as you can see, we've got several of them hanging in the same sort of way. We've got them hanging in the same way. This is the other basket I was telling you guys about, and we hang them the same way because they have the little edge in there that it hooks on. So I'm going to just show you guys how I hang this. So this is on a hook here, my chime thing, and I'm just gonna, all I do is I come and let me just hook this on here. I just come and I put it over there. I let it go. That's it. It's all hung in its home and ready to bloom beautiful and enjoy its company and its family. So that's it, guys. I hope I didn't bore you too much with this video. Some of you might have learned something new. Some might have already known this information. But like I promised, I would give you guys info, take you on my DIY projects, and show you what's in bloom. Look at that. Gorgeous. Well, this is not an orchid tour, so I don't want to prolong it too much, but I just thought I would show you that. I'm just walking by and it's just like, wow. All right, guys, you all take care. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for joining in on my channel once more and just weathering out with me for this length of time and this long video. But I hope you enjoyed what you were watching and doing on this time. So goodbye for now, guys. You take care. Love you all. Bye.